Hello and welcome back to my channel. For this video, I am walking you guys through my creative process for this two-toned flower card. Now, these peonies are not available, and the dye that I used is also not available. So I am sorry for that. I will have other things linked that might be similar, or maybe just something you might be interested in as well. Another thing I'm going to mention is that I have been sick, and that's why I sound like this, so please forgive me. I was trying to give myself a few days in the hopes that my voice would be back to normal, but with this cough and this congestion, that does not look like it's going to be anytime soon. So, here we go. I am using red violets, and I tried to keep my flowers, can't even talk, that's normal. I'm using red violets and colors, and I'm actually just going as light as I can with the markers that I have. So at the very base of the petals where they all attach, I'm making it pink, and then out towards the very tips are my E50, I think it was E50 and E51. I wanted it to have sort of a yellow off-white color, but anytime I've tried to do yellow in the past, the yellow just looks too harsh. It looks too dark. So I opted for some E colors. I wasn't sure how much I liked this when I first did the first one, but I don't know, it kind of grew on me. I like it now. So yeah, unexpected colors. Now, as I'm coloring these flowers, I would like to invite you guys to the Create With Us event that is going to be a live stream event on Instagram, on Adventures with Carissa's Instagram page. This is something that I'll be part of. It is a good time for paper crafters of all levels to gather together and have fun and share what we create during the event. There will be giveaways, and if you do miss the live stream event, you can catch the repost on Adventures with Carissa's Instagram page. The date for this will be the 22nd of this month, which is January, and the time will be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will leave all of the details for this in the description box below. I would also like to mention that they do have a craft kit for January and February, and it is $40, but retail value is $70. So you might want to check that out. Back to my coloring. I am showing a lot of the coloring in this because I know there's been several people that say that they needed coloring tutorials. I'm not sure how great this one in particular is if you're just really looking to color flowers. I at some point plan on doing solid color flowers, and this was largely an experiment for me because while I love flower stamps, I think they're beautiful, I don't often pull them out. I think mostly because I'm addicted to lawn fawn. I love the cute little critters and how many things I can combine together to make a scene. So if you guys have been here a while, you already know that. Anyway, because each of these flowers have petals in different directions, like they lay different. Some flowers are more open and some are more closed, and some of the petals have a curl to them. I left the coloring in for those so that you could see how I went about coloring the various things. I will say, because this is a two-toned flower, I worried a little bit less about the shading. So if shading really bothers you, you don't like doing it, this is an easy way to achieve dimension and like color variation without actually adding a ton of shading. Like I did try to add darker areas, you know, closer together where the petals meet and lighten it out everywhere else, but ultimately the shading is just not there. Now, since I sound not so great, I'm going to just let you guys listen to some music and watch me color, and I will be back when I feel like there is something more important for me to discuss, where I will subject you to my horrible voice. I did want to quickly mention that me coloring leaves, I don't feel comfortable doing that, honestly. It's not something I've done a whole bunch of, and I always feel like it doesn't really match the rest of the flower. Like, the detail just isn't there, or it's too different. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is how I colored them. If you have a better way of coloring them, by all means, do the better way. So for my background, I have cut vellum using this die right here. This is one of the ones that's not available, unfortunately. I did not know that before I started making this card. I just have some adhesive on the back of it, so I made it like a sticker, basically. And then I flattened it down. I also added some paper over the top of it real quick. That's why this is up here. It was just something on my desk. And then I kind of squished it down because I found that some of the little intricate parts kept popping up when I was trying to push everything down. And then I had adhered that whole panel onto a white panel and then onto that same gray. And now I'm just trying to figure out where I want my flowers. And I'm just using liquid glue to adhere those. At some point I decided I probably needed to bring in a little bit of extra green. So that's what I'm doing there, trying to figure out what looks good. And now I'm going to heat emboss my sentiment. This one is from the stamp set called Blessed. It is from Simon Says Stamp. And the sentiment is Rejoice in His Love. I actually love all of these sentiments. I had a really hard time picking, but then ultimately it helped because I had limited space. Alright, now here's my trick of trying to get a decent cut around a sentiment. I actually trace around it first with a pencil. I can always erase it, and then you'll never see it. But this kind of keeps me from going too close or too far away from the edges. And while I am cutting, I'm trying to move the paper, not the scissors. And I'm also trying not to think too hard about it, because I notice when I focus too hard on it, I always mess something up. So now my sentiment's done. It looks halfway decent. I'm just going to adhere that straight down. And then once this was done, I realized it needed a little something else. So I busted out my Nuvo drops in bubblegum blush, which you can probably not really see that. I really tried. My camera would not focus on it. And buttermilk. I thought these colors were the closest to what I had. And I don't know about you guys. I don't use Nuvo drops a whole lot. I have them. I love them. I think they're really pretty and they're easy to use. The only thing is I start overthinking their placement. So this was what I was doing. I was overthinking the placement. So I don't know if I'm 100% happy with how I placed them, but there it is. My card is done. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope to see you at the Create with Us. Bye!